You expect regeneration, and regeneration is not that easy how it appears. So, what are the factors which will influence the treatment plan? It is the age of the patient, it is the systemic conditions of the patient, and what patient desire about its aesthetics. Okay. So now we move on to the first most important thing is the emergency phase of the patient. The emergency phase is definitely not part of treatment plan. It is before phase 1. Emergency phase means any acute condition comes under emergency phase. This is very important because they ask you if you are doing so and so treatment, it belongs to which phase of treatment plan. So you need to understand that. Suppose you are treating an UG. Suppose you are treating periodontal abscess or gingival abscess. All those treatments come under emergency phase. Why? Because patient has come with pain, swelling, and lot of discomfort, and you need to do the treatment immediately before doing scaling and root canal. That is why those treatment come under phase 1 of the treatment plan. Then you have got next phases. Then it is called as the phase 1 treatment. Phase 1 is called as cause related therapy. This is very important. Maybe you are not familiar with this word. Phase 1 of periodontal treatment can be called as CRT, cause related therapy, or anti-infective therapy, or initial therapy, or etiotrophic phase. Phase 2 is called as the surgical phase, and phase 3 is the restorative phase, and phase 4 is the maintenance phase. You have got 4 phases in the treatment plan. Now, what do you do in the first phase? First phase means cause related therapy. That means you are going to treat the cause of the patient, cause of the motivate the patient regarding what is bleeding gums, what is plaque, what is pocket, what is incision. Educating the patient comes under patient education and motivation. Then you talk to the patient regarding plaque control. This is very important. You are going to discuss about plaque control. You will talk to him about the mechanical plaque control, about the chemical plaque control, about the brushing techniques, about the flossing techniques, interdental brushing. You will explain him everything possible. Then you do scaling and root planing. Okay, so scaling and root planing is mandatory. Then you go for antimicrobial agents. You will prescribe the patient antibiotics. Then you manage caries. Okay, all this is not important, but only thing is the subheadings are important. That's why I'm just rushing the slides. Then you also plan extraction if necessary, emergency phase only. Okay. After all those things are done, phase 2 you go for surgical, and then phase 3 is corrective. Corrective means you can correct prosthetics, you can correct overhanging restorations, you can correct crowns, you can correct over contoured wedges, you can correct all those conservative and prosthetic part corrections, or even placement of a new bridge, or giving a crown to a patient, giving an FPD to a patient. All that comes under the restorative phase. Okay, then even doing your occlusal adjustment also comes under the part of phase 1. Orthodontic minor corrections phase 1. Then you evaluate the patient at an interval of 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. Then you go for surgical phase. I hope it is very clear. Phase 1 therapy means you are doing etiotrophic phase. That is, you are correcting the cause of the disease. Again, I am repeating. Patient education motivation. Asking the patient to stop smoking. Plaque control. Scaling root planing. Minor ortho. Correcting the patient's restorative aspects or prosthetic aspects or occlusal corrections or coronoplasty or splinting and giving antibiotics. These are the following features what you will do in phase 1. Then you call the patient. Then you check the patient after 4 to 6 weeks. Then you go for surgery, whether you want to go for endodontic surgery, episectomy, periodontal surgery, or whatever it is. You go for surgery. Then you go for your restorative phase. In that you will surgical phase also includes placement of implant. Then you go for restorative phase. In restorative phase, what will you do? You know what you are going to do for restorative phase. Okay. So you place a crown or bridge or whatever you are planning for. Then you go for your phase 4, which is your maintenance phase. Okay. So for your NEET exam, basically most commonly they will give you a treatment and they will expect you to know this treatment belongs to which phase. Most important example, doing a root canal treatment comes under which phase is very important. So root canal treatment comes under which phase? It comes under phase 2. You have to understand that root canal phase is included under surgical phase. Okay, placing an implant, doing a root canal, doing a flap surgery, doing a plant extraction comes under phase 2, which is your surgical phase. Example, doing an extraction for a mobile tooth which is having periodontal abscess comes under your emergency phase. Why? You are not doing scaling for that tooth. You are removing the tooth on the first sitting when patient is going to come. So you need to understand the clinical condition and you need to know which phase it belongs to. Like that, these are examples. Giving a patient a bite plane comes under phase 1 because phase 1 includes minor orthodontic appliances or minor orthodontic corrections come under phase 1. When you are going for fixed orthodontic treatment, it comes under phase 3, restorative phase. So that you have to understand. There is one table or a chart which is given in Karansa, which you all have to remember. One single table which contains all the treatment phases and which phase it belongs to. You have to follow only Karansa for this table for the chapter of treatment. I hope it is very clear.